we have the multiple stimulation, multiple screens. It shows on Discord that he was. Oh. All right, we're live. Yo, what is up, sleepers? It's your boy Ed Bennett here, live in the Battlefield 6 trenches. Who do I have with me today? Oh, bummer. Who else do we have with us? Oh, bummer. Who else do we have with us? Private Sen. Private Sen, you better gear up and get in shape. This is a lot of protein to be eaten in one sitting. That'd be cool. Just bring him to his apartment. How upset would you be if someone brought live chickens to your apartment? You'd be cool with it? They'd just be like shedding everywhere or whatever. I'm pooping. If they were in my backyard, that'd be fine. But if they were running around in my house, then I'd be like, what the heck? What the heck? Would I ever get a chicken? Yeah, I don't really want chickens. Would I? Just seems like a lot of work. And then what do I do in wintertime? I mean, yeah, that old shed that I have can become a chicken coop, but it sounds like a lot of work for not a lot of reward. Who am I going to sell them to? Where? Oh, dang. I'm not worth it. Chickens are like these tariffs, man. They're raising our hatch making abilities. Wow. Aren't all eggs organic? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Room temperature. Mm. Anyways, there will be timestamps in the description if you guys want to get better than that. Before let's buy some tickets and grab our favorite concessions. We went on down quite the rabbit hole. So, how's y'all's last 2 weeks been? Oh, hell yeah. Oh. Oh. I just need a... Hell yeah. You just get that random 4 a.m. motivation one day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a very comfy, stylish sort of look. Yeah, like nice sweaters and sweatpants, but like not any that look bummy, but they work really well together. Oh, bum. I need a bike, and then I can join you on the bike rides. Yeah, we lost Bread Stab. Rip in peace. He tried to do the leg heightening surgery too at the same time. It's like, oh fuck, these are too thin even for him. So, oh my god. Next time we see him on stream, though, since it went bad, he might be a few inches shorter, so we can't say anything about it. It's a very sensitive spot. Yeah, it's been a nice 2 weeks. Last weekend was really busy. A lot of people were out of town. I think you had a few things going on, huh? You're out of town. And, I think so. Because we had to reschedule it. Tubing? I don't have a tube. My. Why don't we ever go winter tubing? Yeah, apparently I looked up tubing, and the first thing that came up is them going down tubes on a big old snow hill. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh my goodness. Machina. He's just like, I don't think so. Yeah, we can pick quite a few folks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not even that expensive. When I was looking into it, it was like $150, $200 a night. Well, that one he is kind of interested in. Flocka. Yeah, happy late birthday. Muscle tough. Dang, you a senior citizen up on here. That's chill. Yeah, it sounds chaotic. I wish Lumberman's was as close as Padnos because I could walk to Padnos from my house. Oh, biking to work from where I live is far. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It would. Yeah. That'd be sick. I wish Lumberman's was that close. That's true. We also we also watched a few Lions games. Yeah. Yeah, they kept losing to these flag calls. How much did they lose by? I didn't even end up seeing the final score. Dang. Well, we got one more preseason game this Saturday. Uh huh. Tesla. Yep, wide receiver. Allen. Allen. What? Well, I thought Hooker was the. But I'm excited for the official season. And then we had to leave the one before this one early too because someone almost died on the field. Yeah. He did say that, yep. He's probably gonna be out this season. You think so? Yeah. Yep. So a lot of fun stuff lately, and fun stuff upcoming too, because we're gonna have a little company picnic soon. So should be a good time. Free drinks, free food. Tubing. I don't know. The Lions are playing that day. Totally legal. Totally legal Fubo.com website. Yeah, my back glasses cracked, so. All right, so with all that, we can get into these trailers. Any new movies, TV shows, or video games y'all are looking forward to? Oh, I haven't seen this. It looks pretty cool. I like I like the atmosphere. I like the atmosphere in these images that I'm seeing, the backgrounds and stuff. Hell yeah. Okay, okay. I might actually check this out on the totally legal anime websites. For real. Um, what about Battlefield 6? Are you guys looking forward to buying that? Oh yeah, that's just a bunch of snipers. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I might wait to see if it's on the battle pass, the PC battle pass. Yeah, Game Pass. Sorry, I said battle pass. Right. EA Dice. So, gotta play tonight. Well, we gotta hop on tonight with Scott. Mm-hmm. Yeah, weirdo, bro. So we can move on to our first trailer. It's gonna be Marty Supreme. Releases December 25th, 2025. So this ping pong movie with Timothy Chalamet is gonna be a Christmas movie. What do you guys think of the trailer? Right, my goat. Yeah, so this is also like a timepiece because it looks like the 70s, if I had to guess. Anything past 2000s, I don't care about. Anything before, I mean. For real. Ancient. No, but yeah, I'm curious to see. I mean, a ping pong movie, I don't think that's really been done before, so. Other than like comedies. So, it'll be interesting to see. All the hijinks that ensue. Um, Next up is Rabbit Trap. So this one is the Dev Patel one. I didn't really understand what was going on in the trailer, but it releases September 12th of 2025. What y'all think? Just suspenseful, I guess. I don't really. No thoughts from us because we watched it, but it's like, huh? We need a follow-up trailer. Monkey Man returns, y'all. Steve releases September 19, 2025. So this is the Oppenheimer actor. Steve movie. So this one is going to be releasing September 19th. It's going to have limited theatrical releases, but mostly it's going to be on Netflix. So this is the one where he's going to be like it looks like he's a teacher of some sort and he's trying to motivate his students or something. At least that's what I got from the trailer. Yes. Yep. I think so. Gander. And lastly, we got The Man in the Basement. So this one is going to release September 6th of 2025. So that one's coming up really soon. What y'all think on Willem Dafoe's? It looks like I don't know. That trailer wasn't very captivating. I really like Willem Dafoe, but other than him being in the basement, it didn't really give us much of suspense in the trailer. Like, okay, he's in the basement. Yeah, maybe they're saving all the scares for the actual movie. How dare they not spoil everything in the trailer? I want every trailer to be like Minecraft trailer. Give me the whole movie. Then you would have watched the whole movie. You know. Yeah, so this one I'm like, I like if I catch it in theaters, I'll be alright, but if I don't, I'll live. I'm sure I'll watch it on streaming at some point whenever it comes out on streaming. It looks like it is going to have a Hulu. It's going to be on Hulu. I don't know if that's going to coincide with the theatrical release or it's exclusively a theatrical release first. Yeah. All right. All right. So, with all that being said, what were you guys' thoughts before watching the new Weapons movie that we ended up watching? I mhm. I was I can pull it up. I was yeah, I didn't have too many expectations. Initially, though, there was a lot of praise for this movie, so I guess my if I was to come in with the expectations, it'd probably be a little higher than normal, just because they were getting like 90, 100% scores right off the first weekend. So I was like, okay, this must be a pretty good movie. I wonder if I can go back in time. It's through the Celebration website. Let's see. I cannot. I don't know what else it was competing with. So, let's see, Zach Kreger directed this movie. He did Barbarians. He's acted in a lot of stuff. What else has he directed? New Boys, Civil War on Drugs. I'm not really familiar with any of his other work other than Barbarian. So, So with that, let's get into the spoiler-free review. Spoiler-free review of Weapons. It released August 8th of 2025, starring Julia Garner, Miss Silver Surfer, directed by Zach Kreger. Rated R. Plot summary. When all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanish on the same night, all exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearances. What are your guys' overall thoughts without any spoilers? Mhm. It, yeah, I enjoyed the mystery aspect of it. I really like how it kept building up um towards this ending, that it was as it kept progressing, it was gradually more and more sort of out there, but since it built up to it and didn't reveal it all at once, it didn't feel too outlandish. hmm Yeah, this one was yeah, better at that regard, and I think the casting was really well done too. I liked Julia's performance. I liked seeing Benedict Wong. That's his name, right? Let me pull it up here. I know he played Wong. Yeah, Benedict Wong, Josh Brolin. Yeah, this had a pretty good cast list to it. Yeah, this this movie had quite a few Marvel actors in it, huh? Because Julia just did Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer. We had Wong, the actor, in this one, and Brolin. So this is a multiverse crossover movie. But yeah, it was suspenseful, and in my theater experience, the only thing that ruined it is I had these two girls, ladies, whatever, who were just like screaming at every jump scare the whole movie, and it's like, okay, it's not that scary. I, there wasn't many, and they weren't very scary, but they kept like, it was a full on shriek. They go, "Wah!" It's like, yeah. Mm-mm. And they would like giggle and chat about it after every jump scare, and it's like, where's the movie etiquette? Come on, y'all. So, because it wasn't really scary, not in that way. For real, it was too spooky. No, they were like high school to college age around there. I mean, yeah, in a way. Yeah, high schoolers kids, but they looked a little older than high school. But I kept the I kept the age range pretty open. Um, so what are you guys' rating for this movie? Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with an eight and then see how I feel after we do a deep dive. So let's look at some online ratings. The critics from Reddit score gave it an 81 out of 100. Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter 94. Audience in IMDb 7.9. And Rotten Tomato audience 86. So the average of all these scores 85 out of 100. So with that, let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion. Let's take an in-depth review of Weapons. This is the most recent because I just got these scores today. Hmm. Dang, that's pretty low. So, fluctuated a little. Haters. So, a child narrator explains that on a Wednesday 2 years prior in the town of Maybrook, Pennsylvania, 17 children from teacher Justine Gandy's third grade class suddenly ran from their homes at 2:17 a.m. and disappeared. Only one student, Alex Lilly, remained. His last name's Lilly? No wonder he got bullied. We don't condone bullying here. That bully was funny. So you already had your suspicions right off the bat. I was I was also wondering, like, what's the significance of 217? Mm-hmm. No, yeah, it was just so overt. It was so overtly featured throughout the movie that it's like, I wonder, is there something deeper going on? They might have like an ARG or something online. Mm, gotcha. Parent Trap. So yeah, it was really funny seeing the little Naruto airplane run at the beginning of the movie. So almost a month following the incident, Principal Marcus Miller places Justine on leave amid community suspicions of her involvement in the children's disappearance. Depressed and ostracized, she relapses into alcoholism and seeks comfort from her ex-boyfriend Police officer Paul Morgan. Meanwhile, Archer Graff, father of the missing child Matthew, grows frustrated by police's ineffective investigation and commences his own. So we got introduced here to a few characters. So what do you guys think of Justine and her introduction? No, they clarified. Yeah, it was another adult employee. She did not do that. Oh my god. I think she portrayed a struggling character pretty well because she was pretty socially awkward. It seemed, at least when it came to talking to other adults. True. She's a witch. She casts a spell on everybody. I think it's such a crazy concept too. The like an interesting sort of crazy concept where it's just like everybody in her classroom but one child disappeared. It's like the rest of the school, everybody's still there, but just her classroom. It's like, whoa, that is pretty. That's a pretty wild scenario. Hmm. You didn't like Trap? It was the ending was dumb where he's like, ah, I get it, I'm getting away. Yeah. Spoiler for Trap. Ah, another Shyamalan movie, huh? Get Out, right? Oh no, that was in a Shyamalan movie. What did you guys think about? Let's see, who else did we have here? The our first impressions of the officer. What's his name? I had it here. Paul Morgan. They can do no wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a liar and willing to do anything to save his own reputation. Yeah. Yep. Your first impressions. Right. That's it. Yeah. Um, you bring up a good point though that the wiki didn't mention yet. Anyway, that this movie is kind of segmented into different perspectives of the townsfolk. Hmm. Yeah, sort of fragmented, but it all comes together in the end. And then, yeah. Hmm. Oh, which Justin Long was in this one as well. So I'm like, oh, little fan theory. Are these universes connected? This one, he was just a parent. No, an actor. In Barbarian, he was like the creep guy. Hmm. what what are you guys' thoughts on Archer Graft, the father looking for his missing son? Hmm. Right. Right. Yeah, and when it comes to missing persons cases, every day that passes is a, you know, another day potential. Yeah. Or never being found, yeah. So, mhm. Oh. Mhm. So, concerned about Alex, Justine follows him home, which I was like screaming in my head. I'm like, "Don't do that. That's weird. Don't follow this child to this house." Yeah, she's already under a lot of scrutiny. It's like if she gets caught, it's Jover. Even if she's just a concerned adult, it's like that's just weird. You're gonna get yourself into a lot of trouble. So, observing that the windows are covered in newspaper and Alex's parents are sitting still on the couch in darkness, she urges Marcus to perform a wellness check. Both Justine and Archer dream of the missing children and a woman with clown like makeup. Justine revisits Alex's house but falls asleep in her car. Alex's mother staggers erratically out of the house, enters the car, and cuts a lock of Justine's hair. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I I don't recall her ever being controlled though. Am I wrong? Cause she had her hair taken. So. Oh. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. So, what did y'all think about the house being all secret like that, like all these newspapers and stuff involved? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that it's crazy how fast that house became like a haunted house looking building. Yeah. So now we get to introduce our other character in the story, James, a local drug addict and vagrant, supporting himself by pawning stolen items. Breaks into Alex's house and finds Alex's parents and the missing children in the basement in a catatonic condition. After spotting a poster for the missing children promising a cash reward of $50,000, he reports his findings to the police, but Paul, who James had an earlier altercation with, spots him and chases him. James runs into the woods and sees a woman from Justine and Archer's nightmare. James hides in his tent, arming himself with 3 needles, hallucinating that the woman coming in to attack him. Paul catches James, who stabs Paul in the face with the needles and then explains that he saw the missing kids. Paul drives them to Alex's house to investigate, leaving James handcuffed in the car. Hours later, Paul returns and drags James inside the house. So what do you guys think of Paul and his, or sorry, James and his side of the story? Yeah, everybody was really self-centered in this movie. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wasn't really. Yeah, because even when he saw them in the basement, he wasn't like, "Oh, I gotta help these kids." He was just like, "Anyway, time to look for more stolen items." So, yeah. So, what do you guys think about his beef with the officer, with Paul? Yeah, they go crazy. Yeah, or bullies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, Paul really showed that side of himself when he was threatening James, even though he had not followed procedure and made it a whole bigger deal than it had to be. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I thought it was an interesting twist to see that he was dating the chief's daughter. Mm-hmm. No, yeah. Right. Right. Yeah, I would have thought that at some point in the movie she would have told her dad what happened, but that never came up again. Mm-mm-mm. Scummy, scummy. So yeah, could be. So both characters got in this moment though. We didn't really dive into earlier. So jumping back a little bit into the dream scenarios, because both Justine and the father, what was his name? They both had dream sequences. What'd y'all think about those? Yeah. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. She's like Pennywise. She's just in all the dreams everywhere. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, a lot of foreshadowing with her. The villain in the shadows. So Marcus is visited at school by Gladys, Alex's eccentric aunt. Gladys, sorry, Alex's eccentric aunt, and the family's caretaker after Alex's parents fell ill. Marcus insists on meeting Alex's parents for the wellness check. Later, Gladys appears at Marcus and his husband Terry's home, feigning distress. She performs a sequence of actions with a thorny stick, a stolen ribbon belonging to Marcus, and a hair from Terry and Justine, enchanting Marcus. Gladys forces him to kill Terry and subsequently pursue Justine. Marcus sprints across town and assaults Justine at the gas station, interrupting her argument with Archer before being fatally struck by a car. Justine and Archer later reconcile and realize the children were running towards Alex's house. So, what do you guys think about our boy getting possessed here, pretty much by Gladys? Oh yeah, that was a pretty violent death, pretty brutal death. Yeah, it was a pretty cool sequence. Pretty. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no, because he was bashing his head against his husband for quite a while. It was like 2 minutes, I think. Yeah, his head was. Yeah, it takes quite the turn at that point. They up the ante, and it's pretty good. So I do like how they built up to that. They didn't. Mm-hmm. A bowl of water, some sticks. Hmm. Right. Yeah, because that was one of the requests she made when she went to their home. Was, could I have a bowl of water? Yeah, I would have been like, lady. Yeah, she does seem weird enough to do so. I would not have welcomed that lady in my house to begin with. I'm like, you got a weird haircut. I don't trust you. That's why. And then the chase through the gas station where the gas station owner didn't want to do anything. He's just like, get out of my store. It's like you don't see this lady being chased around everywhere. You're not gonna call the cops or anything. Just gonna yell at everybody. Yeah. It's like, dude, what the hell? Why is everybody in this town so stupid? Yeah, the only ones who seemed competent were Justine and Archer, and this is the scene where they joined forces, so I do like that they were able to team up and set their differences aside. Yeah, no, it was all on Archer's end. Um so oh yeah, it was also interesting to note that just because they're enchanted, even though they do have this drive to keep going, they still have limitations because he was hit by the car and he was still killed by that because his head was completely destroyed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can take a few hits. Yeah, it seems the only way to stop these enchanted people are by destroying their brain, like a zombie. So, Zomba, it is revealed that Gladys is not Alex Zant, but rather a witch looking to boost her failing health and become youthful again. Through her witchcraft, she can subjugate people and weaponize them by performing a ritual from a potted blackthorn tree using her own blood, personal items from her victims, and hair from targets. After enchanting his parents, Gladys orders Alex to keep her secret and threatens to murder them if he disobeyed. She instructed Alex to gather one item from each classmate and compiled after she promised to depart once she recovered. Using personalized name tags Alex stole from his classmates' cubbies, Gladys cast a spell on the children to draw them to the house, then kept them in the basement to feed off their life force. I guess it could be any personal item. Yeah. Yeah, it was also a crazy twist to see that the poor kid Alex was just trying to look after his parents. Hmm. Hmm. I think it was also an interesting sort of uh, dive into kids who live with abuse and things of this nature. Just having to, you know, keep quiet about it, yeah, for whatever reasons they may have. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Mm-mm. I also like the product placement, just Campbell's soup in all these scenes. That was funny. Ah. You think she might be supernatural? Oh, could be setting up for another movie where there's more spellcasters. Hmm. Oh yeah, what she was actually dying from. Witchcraft was poisoning her. So I used it to save her. Too much witchcraft. I had to tone it down by toning it up. Yeah, I mean she was flesh and blood at the end of the movie, but it is interesting to know. Maybe she ran out of whatever life force she had before in the previous town. Went too long without. I'm not sure. Yeah, in her last town, yeah, whatever the reason was for her to move to this town. Well, that was fake. She wasn't actually one of their family members. So Justine and Archer enter Alex's house where they were attacked by Paul and James. Justine takes Paul's gun and fatally shoots him and James. In the basement, Archer finds Gladys, who puts him under her spell and unleashes him on Justine. While evading his bewitched parents, Alex copies Gladys' spell with the hair from her twig. The children emerge from the basement, chase Gladys out of the house, and dismember her. Her death breaks her control over them and Alex's parents. Archer, also freed, reunites with Matthew. Hmm. Yeah, it seems to be a learned spell. Yeah, I thought the the scenes were with the kids chasing the witch were really funny. Just like smashing glass windows and doors, jumping through house to house. Yes. I don't know. I think they were too bewildered at that moment. Yeah, like what would you think if just you saw like 30 children chasing an old lady and they destroy your living room? You'd be like, "What the fuck? Just was that real?" You would go. the first the first few moments would be shock and disbelief. Yeah, it'd be shock and disbelief at first. Like, was that shit real? What the fuck is going on? I also really like Justine's character because she found the resolve to to kill her ex boyfriend and and the other guy. So she's definitely the hero of the movie. Her and Alex, who also stood up to the witch, his auntie. Just go. Oh, when they killed the witch. You talking about the scene where they killed the witch? Oh yeah, that was pretty sick. Hmm. I also wonder what the significance of the bell with the number six is. Like six for like 666. I don't get it. Hmm. Needs. Gotcha. So the narrator states that Alex moved out of town to live with a kind aunt after his parents were institutionalized. The children were all reunited with their parents, and some have recently started to talk again, with the implication that all of them will eventually do so. Credits roll. Yeah, I don't think so. This wiki doesn't have anything. Right. It does seem like just the way that they are the age range, it sounds like. Right. Oh yeah, they could be harboring something deeper. But overall, pretty solid movie. What do you guys' final ratings for it? I think I'll go up to 8.3. All right. So, with that, let's move on to content we've seen this week. What are some shows or movies y'all watched this week or past 2 weeks? Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, a lot of anime lately. You otaku. What about you, Hobby? What have you been watching anime as well? Oh my goodness. What is it? You don't even know the name of it. That's crazy. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kind of funny. Isekai fanfic. Can't find it. Toradora's a rom com? Well, you do? Why? I've never seen it, so I can't say. I was about to say, I thought it was Sword Art Online. He disagrees strongly. He said, no! I watched Shin Godzilla in theaters. It was. This is a rescreening. So this was my first time seeing it in theaters. The regular, the schmegula. So I thought that this was probably the creepiest Godzilla I've seen. Um, like the effects don't hold up as well, but still, it still manages to be a really scary looking Godzilla. Uh, think it might have been 2016. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, no, this definitely still had it. Really, sometimes silly looking, sometimes really creepy looking. But I enjoyed it. I thought that it was a good movie. They spent a lot of times with the humans building a national response to Godzilla. So there's a lot of like politics that go on, Japanese politics. But overall, pretty solid movie. I think my favorite part about it though was the musical score. I also watched the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film yesterday. The one from what is it, the 80s? Jim Henson puppet one. So I hadn't watched this movie in a long time. And when I did watch it, I never watched it fully. So this was like my first real experience watching it, and I loved it. It was a really whimsical, cartoony sort of fun movie with a lot of heart to it, and I can see why it's still revered by a lot of fans. Apart from nostalgia, I think it still has a lot of magic to it. I saw his baby. Yeah, this movie is really. Oh, go ninja, go ninja, go! Yeah, this movie is really New York hip hop inspired from the '80s. Because even this one had hip hop soundtracks. They had like these underground New York fashion styles that all the kids were wearing. A lot of hip hop references of the time, like sick, totally tubular, things like that. So I think it's a pretty good time capsule as well as being a good movie. Plus, Jim Henson. Where can you go wrong with his collaboration? I also watched a few Stanley Kubrick movies. I watched Full Metal Jacket. I watched Paths of Glory, which was about World War One, where some French soldiers were being forced to die. And I watched The Killing, which was a black and white heist movie, which was really, really good. Yes, sir. This is like the 50s. I still recommend it, though. Grandpa Rick over here. Oh, and I just finished before this podcast. Well, before this podcast, I took a nap. But before that, I watched Piece by Piece, the Pharrell movie on Netflix. Yeah, I liked it. It was fun. I mean, it's just Pharrell Williams, his musical journey, how he got to yeah, his biography. I think it would have been a fun podcast. I don't remember what we watched that week. Yeah. Well, I don't know what it was going up against, but it was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. It's a very family friendly movie, so you can watch it with like kids and stuff. I think yeah, with Kendrick in it. I think it's a really good inspirational piece for any kids looking to get into music or stuff, something like that. And I didn't know this about Pharrell, but it's a theme throughout the movie that he sees music in colors. That some people yeah, have that ability. So I think it's a. So yeah, like if there's drums playing in a certain pitch, he might see that like red, like a bunch of reds coming at him. If he hears like a saxophone, it might be like a blue that's coming at him. I gotta look up what that thing is called because there's a few people who have it in the world. That's an album. Seeing colors in music. Let's see. Oh shit! I don't want AI mode. Chromesthesia. Yeah, it was close. Or synesthesia, one of the two. But yeah, I'd say it's a rare ability. He's like, yeah. Yeah, and he made a lot of hits because it was nostalgic listening to some of these songs that we all grew up with listening to on the radio. Like the We're Up All Night to Get Lucky. Yep, Happy. Yeah, that was a pretty big one. We feel like a room without a roof. 'Cause I'm happy. And a lot of collaborations, like we saw the Clips collaboration. Pusha T was in it. Kendrick Lamar's "We Gon' Be Alright." I didn't know, but Pharrell was the one who actually sings that chorus. "We gon' be alright." Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gonna be alright. So, with that, let's roll the credits. You guys got any recommendations for any media? Play it while we still got it for free, y'all. What time does it go offline? Midnight? Yeah, I am interested in that first one you brought up. Yeah. I have some clips. It's super good. Disgusting. So the plan for next week, there's, yeah. I thought you were gonna say something. Oh, there's the movie Honey Don't, the one with Chris Evans, where he's like this preacher guy. I don't know if y'all remember that trailer. Aubrey Plaza's a cop, a preacher, a corrupt preacher. There's the 20th anniversary of 40-Year-Old Virgin. Is this? Yeah, with her husband having passed recently. Maybe this is how she's kind of, yeah. Trainwreck 10th anniversary. And there's this Chinese movie screening in theaters, which I'm actually going to watch tomorrow because it's a pretty big movie over there, apparently. Called Neza 2. This is the second one, though, so I might be lost. Yeah. She's like a little Wukong.